We made it to the end of the con, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. What's up? I'm Karama, aka the Blurred Girl, and my next guest, you might know him as Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning. But I know him as Cress Williams. Welcome, Cress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Hey, everybody.
So
Wake up.
Season 2 starts this week.
Starts Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a few things happening. There's a few things happening.
You know, there's a lot happening. I mean, we shot the first episode like back in June, and they had a screening at work, and I forgot, like, I was like, wow, all of that was in episode 1. I forgot.
Yeah, it's pretty packed.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, tell us about your relationship with your daughters, Thunder and Lightning.
Yes,
this
yes.
season.
Well, it's complicated, you know. I mean, I think with Thunder, you know, she's in her 20s, so she's technically an adult, and it's that complication of a parent with an adult, but yet it's still your child and trying to still teach them, but they don't want to be taught, and it's that tension of, as she's coming into her own. And with our youngest daughter, she's just a mess. I mean, she's so powerful, and she can't control her powers, and she's a teenager, so that's just enough said. And it gets really thick. It gets really complicated.
Now, in the comics, Jennifer's powers were basically emotionally activated. Is that the same in the show?
Yes, yeah, they are, and she doesn't know how to really control them, and she still hasn't fully embraced them, not the way that Thunder has. So it's going to create. We're like halfway through filming, and it's still a huge issue.
Now, does Jennifer get a suit?
Let me see. Well,
she needs a suit, right?
She has. She has been fitted for one, I can tell you that. So she's going to get a suit eventually. I can't tell you when. And honestly, I don't know when.
Yeah, see, he's not allowed to tell me. Now, what about Thunder? It sounds, at the end of last season, the two of you were kind of fighting crime together.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing more of that?
We are going to be doing that. We're still a team, but she also starts to go out on her own a little bit and, you know, make some mistakes. And we have some tension, as I said, as her trying to kind of step in her own as a full-fledged adult, and me trying to still keep her under control. There's going to be some friction, but no, we still fight crime together.
Now, they dropped this week that Erica Alexander is joining the cast.
Yes, yes.
So last season you had T.C. Carson, who is Tobias's father.
Yes, yeah.
And Erica was Maxine on Living Single.
Yeah.
TC, you see where I'm going with this?
I totally got it.
You were Scooter.
Yeah.
Is Salim like putting the band back together? What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to him to see if it was intentional. We have some other guests that are coming down the line, and I'm sure it'll come out. I think he's just, he's a loyal cat, you know, and he also is a student of history, and so it's great. We've had, you know, even last season we had other, like, just some veterans in the game coming on set, and we just continue that this year, and it's pretty cool. It'll be funny if we wind up having everybody from the cast on at some point. But Erica, you know, she gets to hang out for a bit. It was great having her, and I'm excited about all the other ones too.
Now, let's talk about, actually, I've always wanted to ask you this question. Is Black Lightning a superhero show, or is it a family show that happens to have people with powers?
I would go with that. I think even when we were starting, we were saying, like, you know, this is a family drama with superpowers sprinkled on top. And so I always think that that's the root of it, is our family drama. And then as you expand out, it's society, it's the world, but through the lens of this kind of fantastical story.
You and Lin have some real arguments, like,
yes.
Like, do you ever find yourself quoting things from like your real life marriage, like in the show?
Oh, all the time, and not just necessarily the argument part of it, but like also like when things are going well, like you know, we had a scene where I came into the house after a day and it wasn't scripted, but we were like, it was scripted with just dialogue, and we were like, she was the one that brought it up. She's like, wait a minute, like, we should probably kiss first, right? She's like, at my house, like, we always kiss before. I'm like, yeah, you know what, that's true. We should do that first, and then get into like all the stuff. So I think we bring everything that we know, the good, the bad, and the ugly from all our past relationships into the scenes, and that makes them real.
Now, what goes on in the writer's room sometimes? Because I feel like so much of the show parallels real life.
Yeah.
And so much that happens in like the Black community.
Yeah.
So often, like, do you ever get to sit with the writers and go back and forth with maybe we should nuance this or move, or is it everything on the page just?
No, it's definitely not. Point. It's definitely not everything on the page. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, we're in Atlanta, and the writers' room is back in California. So, I mean, there's a certain aspect of trusting because Salim's vision, it was so clear, and we all love that his vision is this family drama, but it's also topical. We're dealing with issues in our own special way. So, I think we really just, at least me personally, I just wait till I get the script. And I read it, and then I do flag things if I want to change things or questions about things, or I think a lot of us, thankfully, they let us kind of finesse dialogue just to make sure that it just feels like real people talking. But we just trust them to go, and they're doing some really great stuff.
Now, I heard a rumor that you were actually trying out for Black Panther and some of the other superhero shows.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to try for Black Panther. I think I'm probably too old for that. But I did audition for Luke Cage way back in the day, and obviously didn't get it.
But it was for a reason.
It was for a reason because yeah, and the thing is like, you know, no disrespect to Luke Cage, but like once this came out, and I love Jefferson Pierce so much. Like, I mean, I watch the show and I look at him. Not like it's me, but just like, man, Jefferson Pierce is a cool cat. And I'm just thankful to play him because he, without superpowers, he's an honorable dude. He's a hero without even having powers. And so, and to be able to do this, talk about the issues that we bring up, the family aspect with superpowers on top, it's like I get to play a superhero and have like my cake and eat it too with the icing on top and the cherry and everything. So, yeah.
What's your favorite part of this season? Like, what is one thing that you're? I mean, in terms of Jefferson, he goes through a few things, right?
Yes, he goes through a lot.
Full disclosure, I've seen half the season. Sorry.
Have you seen like half already?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't even seen one episode yet. I didn't make it to that screen.
You should get on that.
I should get on that.
I feel like somebody could show it to you.
But I like watching it like with everybody else. So, you know.
But he takes a journey. I mean, this season I feel is faster.
Yes. That's what I mean. It's hard hitting. I think my favorite thing is just that we don't sit back and just fight crime. Like the wrinkles that happen, the things, you know, professionally and personally, those are the things that are hard, but they're fun to play. And it's not just like, oh, who's the next bad guy and let's take care of him, and then who's the next bad guy. So my favorite thing is simply just the wrinkles, I would call them, that happen in this season. Yeah.
Now about this suit.
Whew. Yes, the suit.
Takes a little bit of getting into, I heard.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it used to take about an hour to get into. We've gotten it down where it's probably about 20 minutes. Takes 2 people to help me into it. A
little warm.
A lot warm. I mean, it's just a trifecta. It's extremely warm. It's heavy. It's hard to move. You know what? It was funny, but like, and for some reason, like all last season, nobody noticed. Like we were shooting a scene this season, and they wanted to do a close up of my hand, and so they got the camera set up, and they realized it was just dripping. Like there was a puddle dripping because they just wanted my hand like this, and they were like, "Can we do something about that?" And they were trying to like blot it down and everything, and then they
gotta put an air conditioner in the bag.
What? You can't do that. It's not possible. and now suddenly everybody's going, Is that how it is? I'm like, yes, that's how it's always been. Like, where have you been? That's why I want a new suit. So, yeah.
Now, does he get a new suit this season? Does he get upgraded?
Not this season, but I've been promised next season because I'm dying.
You're like, because I'm dying, you've lost so much weight.
Well, and I'm in the suit so much. I mean, I'm in this season, I think I'm in the suit more than I was in last season. And so you know, the talk is that the suit weighs anywhere from 30 to 60 pounds, and it's like, well, okay, but it's like, you know, take 30 pounds, take 60 pounds, and just hold it in your hand. You're like, oh, that's not bad. Okay, now just walk around with that for about 8 hours and then see what happens.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you're a superhero on TV.
I am. And the suit, I do know the suit looks cool on camera, but I'm just like, and I'm outside, and I'm a giant bug light. I'm attracting bugs and all that. Yeah.
Cress, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Season 2 on the CW starts on Tuesday. And thank you, everybody, for joining us here on our live stage at New York Comic Con. If you missed any of our live stream, definitely go to syfy.com and check it out. And please continue to, on social, big us up, hashtag NYCC 2018, and it's a fan thing. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jackie Jennings with SYFY WIRE. If you can't get enough of New York Comic Con, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel for news, interviews, cosplay, and so much more. What are you waiting for?